Greetings. Hope this video finds you well and prospering. Hey, check this out. Somebody tried to joke me doing content in the minivan. Figured I'd slide on out here to the Eternal Impact Music Studio. So yeah, I do it all kind of ways. I'm gonna start doing content multiple locations. Strategically, of course. All right, so check this out. My voice is coming back, thank God. We have what you would call moments in time. Moments in time. Just measurement over the years, like birthday years. Measures, moments in time. Excuse me. So, listen, I've been at this thing 53 calendar years. Men and women really weren't beefing with one another back in the day like they do now. Listen, my parents, the baby boomer generation, a lot of them, because of their circumstances, they did things as couples. My grandparents' generation, the traditionalists, the silent generation, they were tight-knit as a couple because they were in survival mode. There was no failure. Failure was like you were gonna die if you failed. So there was no failure. It was live and survive. And then recreation came after that. But see, nowadays people putting recreation out to the forefront. I'm not tripping over that part. There's a time and a place for everything. So, me growing up in the 70s as a child, I recall the couples doing things together, and if someone was to break up, all the other couples tried to do everything they could to get them to make up. Yeah, those are the type of times I remember. Something occurred within the United States. The United States, something occurred in the United States because there's the land of America, North America, South America, continent, Central America, and then you have the United States of the corporation, which only exists on paper within the land of so-called America. It's another discussion. I was talking to my dad. He's about to turn 75 years old. Thanks to the Most High. Hey, Dad. What went on in Milwaukee that had certain things to occur? Because I was studying I was studying how cities develop. I said this before. I was studying how a lot of cities in the United States developed. You had people that was already here, immigrants, then you had migrant workers. So a lot of cities grew because of industry, commerce. So I was studying Milwaukee, the founders of Milwaukee, city of Milwaukee, that's where I grew up at. But my parents are from Lower Alabama. they migrated north for the work. They didn't want to stay down here and live off the land like they did growing up as children. Baby boomer generation, their parents were way more self-sustaining. They had chickens, pigs, cows, gardens. Listen, I remember carrying the bucket of slop, leftovers, and I'd be like, I'm about to throw this away, because I grew up in the city. We threw that stuff away. My grandmother was like, nah, go out there and slop the hog. Slop the hog? Yeah, dump that over in the hog pen. Dump it over in the hog pen. They devoured it. Then I go to another grandparent house, hang out, chasing the chickens. Stop chasing your granddaddy chickens. I'm chasing the chickens like they pets. Listen, they laying eggs and they tonight's dinner. That's another discussion. But yeah, they were more self-sustaining. So my dad them migrated north like a lot of other brown-skinned, copper-colored people did. In Milwaukee, you talk to so-called black folk in Milwaukee, they're gonna tell you they're from Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. It just is what it is. Pretty much everybody I knew, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. You say, hey, why did that occur? Some of them migrated north for the work. Others migrated north for the welfare. This is one of the points I wanted to get to. Welfare. I talked to my dad and he said, man, listen, Milwaukee was this and this. Excuse me. But he said, welfare changed the game. I know you may have heard other videos about welfare changing the game. But when I tell you all from my personal experiences, the migrant welfare recipient changes a place. Listen, whether it be good or bad, whatever, I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on that changes a place. America is, the United States is a country of welfare. Listen, this is no jab at the American black woman, because I'm gonna break that down for you right now, and then I'm gonna wind this video down. Statistically, there are more so-called white Americans on welfare than any so-called black folks. I studied how these governments were formed, how these places were shaped. Even in the beginning of the immigrants landing here at Pilgrim Rock, the Thanksgiving story, they were about to starve. And we fed them because their supply ships were late. So we fed them. That's the real Thanksgiving story. Now let's fast forward to the 70s. These people were struggling. Listen, the brown-skinned, copper-colored man can get out here and get it. Listen, them Caucasian people started giving money and goods to each other. People in Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and other places started hearing about welfare. And they flocked to it. Milwaukee, people from Chicago started coming to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the welfare. And then, and I'm in this, and then when they cut back on welfare in Milwaukee, welfare people in Milwaukee started going to Minnesota. or Iowa somewhere. Listen, folks, it's just learning how to finesse the system. That's as real as it gets. It doesn't have a color of skin. We're going to have to get down to what the truth is. And that's why the elder is bringing y'all the truth. Peace.